because this is, I want to make sure I get it right. Don't correct me just yet. Right. If you got to after, I want to see if I got it right. So it's just Cyntje.
Very close, Cyntje.
Cyntje.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. All right, well, close enough. You can't fault me for that because, I don't know if you got this policy about how to approach names that maybe not so much they're foreign, but they're not domestic either.
Yeah.
I see names, I see words sometimes that cause or like have some dormant dyslexia kick in my brain that cross my wires up and I can't even bother. I don't know if you have that approach too. Do you have anything?
I don't know. I love seeing a name, like seeing a foreign name, and then like just trying to go for it. Just like, I'm gonna break down these letters. You know what I mean? How many syllables we gonna go with? I love doing that. Actually, it's like we played a game in my family for a very long time. Whenever like a telemarketer or somebody would call and they would try to pronounce our last name, like no. They would be like, oh, I don't. How do you pronounce it? I'm like, no. You go for it.
So is that your last name or
yeah,
is
that's
that
my last name.
Okay, Cyntje.
Cyntje. Yeah, it's Dutch.
Oh, Dutch. Okay, I never would have pictured that.
Yeah, it's Dutch. Because my dad's family originates from Curacao. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah. So my full name is Justin Cyntje, but just go by just Cyntje.
Okay, nice. So that's a good artist name to go by. Is it just Cyntje you go by?
Just Cyntje, yeah.
Just Cyntje. Nice.
Yeah.
Okay, I like it. Well, actually, I was hoping I would have gotten that right, or like you said, close enough, because I have a best friend who's, well, now his wife, then girlfriend. Her last name is Cyntje.
Really?
So I was like,
is it the same spelling? If so,
no,
my cousin.
no, completely different. No, she's Spanish, so it's completely different. It's a S-I something whatever, but spelled.
Oh wow!
And you pronounce it Cyntje. So I was like, oh yeah, that's why I could immediately get it. I thought,
yeah.
But I was wrong anyway. So of course, as I am with most things.
That's really dope.
But thanks for coming through today. This is of course AhhFuGGiT, brought to you by me, Who This, of course, on YouTube, youtube.com/Who This Is One. Any podcasting platform you can imagine, I'm there too, for the audio version, just for your ears, and hopefully your ears are going to be plenty tuned in, hopefully to clean, because I need you to make sure you hear this man properly, just Cyntje, because he's got the voice that, I don't think most can compete with, but on top of that, just
thank you.
Normally speaking, in regular combos you'll hear now, he's got a delectable voice that he uses to sing and shows off with, and that's why this man has to take an Uber everywhere. He can't be bothered by the train. Everything going on down there, the underworld now.
Exactly,
it's pretty much his.
Yeah.
Or even buses. I got a thing where
I do love a bus though.
I was gonna say just that. I love a bus.
I love a bus.
If I make the time for it, I always take the bus instead of the train.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, you always have to. You got to make a lot of fucking time for the bus. But like I leave, like for going to work in the morning. I can take the train and get to my job in about 30, let's say maybe even 20 minutes on certain days.
Mm-hmm.
But if I take the bus, it takes me about 45 minutes to an hour, and I choose to take the bus in the morning just cause, it's just real peaceful. I get to sit there, listen to a podcast or music on my way to work, and then just really relaxing like before I start a day. Cause taking the train is just like, I don't know, it's just hell, man. You gotta watch. Like I said, I leave early in the morning, so like. You gotta watch out for people. Like, oh man, this motherfucker gonna try to rob me. I might have to punch him in the face. Oh, he begging. Oh no. Oh, he ain't got no mask on. He got COVID. He got something worse than COVID. I heard his cough. Like, nah. The train is just it's too contained. There's train windows, but there ain't no fucking air down there.
Yeah, no.
This ain't rat farts and shit. Like, I'm good on all that, man. So, I like to take the bus.
Now, since you're a singer, or I don't know, do you prefer to be called a vocalist, or what do you like to go by?
Vocalist is cool, but I'm a singer or artist. I like the word artist because I produce all my own music.
Or is it for you artiste, since you're Cyntje?
Yeah, I take artiste.
No, but since you mainly use your vocals as, I'm guessing your profession, or ideally most of your time is taken up by that. Do you have a fancy way of coughing, since you brought up, people coughing around you in the train? Do you go, just to clear your throat, or do you have to like
I actually try not to cough as much. Like if I can help it, I try not to cough and just like kind of like clear my throat, like, or just like or do like a vocal sigh or something like that to just try to like clear my throat. So I get all that from my vocal coach.
Nice. And I know you mentioned your vocal coach. Is
Yeah.
that by any chance, I forget her name, but the same lady that heads up the voice box?
Yes.
Okay, so shout outs to her.
Yeah. Kayla Dixon. Kayla Dixon. Kayla is everything. She is Miss Hyphenated. She is singer, songwriter, producer, label head, mother, she business owner. She owns multiple businesses. She's a lot of things that are great.
And I know of the voice box, of course, besides yourself. I know about that from, shout outs to Ivy.
Oh, love Ivy.
Big shout outs to Ivy.
That's my homegirl.
Yeah, she's awesome. She's talented.
She's also, she's my future baby mother and all that,
Listen, if you make that happen, I don't blame you, and I'll be jealous because both of your voices combined is going to be a hybrid of like an angel in human form, Shout out to Ivy.
Yeah, shout out
Lovely,
to Ivy.
talented, beautiful, just all
Always.
the check marks off for her.
Yeah,
everything.
Probably dropping content right now on social media. I need to catch up.
That's never a bad thing for any of us.
Always got to catch up.
Also, I know about Luna from the voice box.
Songwriter, awesome.
Awesome as well, very talented, lovely to look at, listen to, everything.
Very love Luna too.
I know you wouldn't know, obviously you're not a manager, but I'm guessing you're more in contact with her. Do you know if she has anything coming out soon either? Because I know she was kind of like...
I'm not sure. Probably though, because everybody's always working, so...
Well, that's good. Hopefully soon.
Everybody's always working, so...
And then besides Luna, you also got who I had on the past too as well. I think I might have known you from her. Is oh god, her name slips my mind right now. Oh god, when it rains it pours.
Vita
got soul. There we go.
Vita got soul.
Yeah, her too.
Vita got soul. Yeah, she got a show coming up soon.
Nice.
Yeah. Vita's promoting the show right now, March 28th, I believe.
Awesome, that's good.
Look, I'm out here doing promo for everybody, man.
Well, funny enough, it is all about you.
Yeah.
Since that's the title of something coming up very special pertaining to you soon enough.
Yes.
That's a single, All About You, called it. You said about maybe late March, roughly per se.
Yeah, late March probably.
Okay, and that's going to be your first single, you said, right? Or official?
Yes, first new single under first single. Let's just call it that, a first single. Let's call it that. That's a safer way. I don't need people looking up old music.
Oh, are you like? Do you have that approach as far as like, this is gonna be what you put out? Let's say professionally, everything else is kind of like practice up until that point.
Nah, it's just I've been an artist for a long time. Then I like stopped with my artistry and then came back. Before I didn't use my government, so I use my government name now. So very like if someone can pull up, I would never tell anybody what my old artist name is. If anybody can ever find any of that shit, kudos to you. And you probably knew me for over 15 years, somewhere around that mark. So yeah, but nah, this is just Cyntje's first single,
which is All About You.
All About You.
Thank you again for sending me the demo.
Oh yeah, no
which
problem.
I have so far.
No problem.
I loved it. I like it, and I know that basically what I'm getting from it is, like I told you in response, it's sincere, it's heartfelt, it's in depth, but basically, am I right to assume it's all about really, well, besides you, someone else, not you, but is it really like, don't mess up a good thing by leaving me because I've been so good to you?
Yeah. It's pretty, it's like sincere, but it's also braggadocious as fuck.
Yeah.
It's also braggadocious as fuck. So I didn't even write the song. I wrote like less than 1% of the song.
Really?
Yeah, I wrote less than 1%. Let's go. Shout out to Kayla. So me and Kayla, we were just having a conversation. Just having this conversation about where I'm going to go artist wise, and so I just like, I just told her like what I wanted to do, and she had this song. And it resonated with me very well, it was based off of our conversation, and it resonated with me very well. I was like, all right, thank you. And then I produced the track around it, and here we are.
Okay, so a good part of the song is yours since you produced it at least.
Yeah, I produced it, so, but words wise, 99.999999999 Kayla. And I'm very grateful. I'm blessed.
Shouts to Kayla.
Yeah, shout out
So
to
she's
Kayla.
like you described earlier, she does a lot besides the voice box,
Yeah.
outside of it too, a mother on top of all things
Yeah,
too,
yeah, yeah.
also. She's kind of like a do-it-all, pretty much, right?
Do it all.
But does she work like, it sounds like that fast? Like you talked to her, you had that kind of conversation, she just came up with that for you?
It was like, I want to say it was like 2 days.
Wow. For turnaround time for the song?
Yeah, it was like 2 days.
So I just want to like, because I always respect like the mind frame of an artist, like how it works, how it kind of kicks in all of a sudden. So let's say you had the conversation about where you talked about that kind of stuff with her.
Yeah.
And then she took that with her, maybe not necessarily thought about all that in those 2 days, but in 2 days it just kind of came to her. Then she came back to you with that.
Yeah, that was it. It was just like, boom. She's like, "I got this," and it was like, and I listened to it, and I was like, I'm like, this is it.
Goddamn kid.
Yeah, I was like, this is it. This is it right here. Let me, I'm gonna build around this shit, and we'll see, make it happen.
Now, before this song, did you usually work around that way too? Like maybe lyrics first, production after, or how is it?
Really all depends, honestly. So with me, yeah, sometimes I'll just have like production started, and then it's like, all right, cool, I'm gonna write to this beat or whatever. And then other times it's I'll have like a concept in my head, and concept that I want to work on, I write down. Usually always happens, concepts and ideas and shit always happen. They always come to me at the worst time. Like I'm in the shower, I gotta get ready to go, I don't know, do something with my son. Something crazy. So that's why I always keep my phone on me. Always, my voice record game is serious.
Oh, okay, you're one of those. You got a lot of voice memos, I'm guessing.
My voice notes are serious, man. Like
you can make an album out of how many voice memos you got?
Man, a whole career is there. A whole career. Like my next like 20 years is right there in that phone.
Nice.
I don't have to think about anything else. Concept wise. So yeah, like concepts and like even like straight lyrics, straight melodies, I have them just always something in my phone. And then from there, when I'm like ready to actually work on something, I'll go sit at the keyboard, build some chords or melody around whatever I had. And it's never like, and shit changes. Like it'll never be exactly the same way, like as the voice note. It'll just be like the voice note was what I built off of, and then once I'm building up the production around it, start to make it happen.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah. Go ahead.
No, sorry. I was gonna say I was always just curious because I know it varies with the person, individual, like which order goes first or what feels right as far as like you got this idea, you want to start with this. I had that already, maybe put them together, kind of thing.
Yeah. Like I said, it really just depends on the song. Depends on the song and how I worked everything out. Yeah, it really depends though.
How long did it take you for the production for All About You?
I had knocked out the. I came back to it like a lot. Yeah, I came back to it a lot. So like maybe one day I work on it and get like the whole full skeleton around it. It's like, all right, cool, this is cool. But then it's like you have the full thing of it, and it's like it sounds good, but it's not special yet. And then I gotta come back. Like I hate working. I'm not the type of person that, like, especially production wise, I hate to work on something for too long. So at least in one sitting. Like if I worked on a production for like an hour, then it's like, all right, whatever I got in that hour, that's good. I'll come back to that shit another day, with a fresh brain. I want to come back to it with fresh ears and fresh ideas. And then when I come back to it, that's when I'm able to knock it out. So All About You, I knocked that out in took me about like 3 or 4 times. Actually, no, even after recorded the demo, I went back and did a little something extra with the drums. And yeah.
So is it like every time you went back, you heard something different each time?
Yeah, just like different little pockets to do something else, to add something else to make it stand out a little bit more, to make it a little bit more special. It's like, a song is like a baby, you got to dress the baby up. You know, that's what you got to do with your products, man. Like I don't understand the whole sit and knock. I mean, if you can knock everything out in one shot, more power to you. But like, sometimes you got to come back, dress it up, put some lotion on that baby. That baby is cute, but the baby's ashy. You know what I mean? Put some lotion on that baby. So. Yeah.
But then you got to worry if the baby's ashy because people are going to look at you if it's ashy.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
They're going to judge you if the baby ashy and shit. The baby ashy, the baby diaper's too small. Like, you know what I mean? The baby thighs hanging out the diaper. So, put a better diaper on the baby. Stuff like that.
Did you ever wonder, it always bothered me when, like, obviously there's a certain age when a child should walk, carry themselves literally. Did it ever bother you if you see a kid that was too grown for the carriage and still getting pushed around?
Hey, listen, man.
Like the legs are dangling outside the front?
Let me tell you something, man. All right. My son is 4, right?
Yeah.
Depending on where we going, he can walk. He can walk and stuff.
I would hope he could walk at 4.
He But sometimes, like actually this morning, I had to go take him for a haircut. But, like, he was up kind of late last night. He didn't go to sleep till damn near, like, it was definitely after midnight when he fell asleep. And I got this haircut appointment for 9 a.m. And I'm like...
Oh, you go early.
Yeah. No, well,
his, right.
Yeah, for his. Actually, no, I like to go early, too. I like to get in and out before it get too crowded.
You know what? You're right, because when I had hair, that was the thing to do.
Yeah, man, get in and out, man. Like, I don't want to be there when everybody else is there, It's just not my thing anymore. Like, I used to, like, my old barbershop, I used to be going, hanging out all damn day and shit. Nah, not no more. I got shit to do. I'm grown. But yeah, for my son, and he hates haircuts. So, like, basically the whole time is just him screaming and me holding him while he's getting his haircut. So, but yeah, we were like, I was in a rush this morning, and I looked over at that stroller. I was like, yeah, you getting in this shit. Cause like by the time I woke him up like about like 8:20 and I gotta get there, it's like maybe about like 15 minutes away. But I'm knowing if I would have walked him, we'd have been late. And then somebody else would have probably got the slot because people just go into the barbershop waiting for somebody to be late for their appointment. And I was just like, nah, I'm not losing this slot. So, yeah, I definitely put his big ass in that stroller, and we got to move it. No. So, I understand why. Yeah. Like, I feel like you don't understand certain things until you actually get put in that position as a parent. And it's like, damn, I'm going to put him in this stroller. One thing, I was thinking about throwing the stroller out. Like, I'm getting rid of this shit. And that stroller came in handy this morning. So, yeah, I understand it, though. But, no, I definitely used to see it from that point of view. Like, that big-ass kid in that stroller, he could be walking. Like, nah, we got to walk, like, 8 blocks, and we got to be there in, like, 5 minutes. He can't do this shit. He can't do this shit.
Parent logic. That makes sense.
Yeah,
now.
Man.
I'll have to reflect when it's my turn, I guess.
Yeah, man. Definitely.
But, funny enough, you bring up... your song, your material, being kind of like your baby or your child.
Yeah.
That goes hand in hand better with you because now that I learn more about you, you just told me before we started recording, you were actually also an engineer.
Yeah.
So you're kind of like your own Mr. Go-To for whatever you need pretty much, right?
Definitely. Yeah, like, and so I didn't record it. I wasn't a recording engineer on this song. Went to a studio and had somebody else handle the recording, and he did a great job. His name is Anthony. He's an engineer over at Stronger Bond Studios. But yeah, did a great job handling everything, and I got the files, and so I'm gonna just mix it because I wanna I don't know. It's just sometimes I have a thing where sometimes it's hard to give up something. Hard to let somebody else handle certain things of just something that you're working on because it's your art.
Yeah.
And I also want to express something through the mix also. With the way that it's handled. And that's just how at least how I'm going with this song. Next song, might not care. Send it out to get mixed. I am going to send it to get mastered by someone else.
Okay.
But, yeah.
Yeah, because I would think since you're an engineer too, I kind of get it though. Like what you said, you can't just trust anybody else with what's yours, or especially something like this, which is going to be your first technically official single.
Yeah.
But as an engineer yourself, would you judge funny if it sounded off what he was working on so far, or?
Oh no, I mean, I have no problem saying, hey, might want to fix this up. You know, you have to be that way. I mean, even like when I'm working on somebody else's stuff, I want them to tell me like you know, whatever what needs to be altered. You know, like, do you like this? You like that? And then like try to give them some options, because you know, it's nobody's ever gonna, like, only the artist is gonna blame the engineer. Right? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's the good thing about being in the background. Like, you know, if you're in the background, nobody's really blaming you like that. Or if they are blaming you, still no face to the name. You know? So, you know, and it still reflects more so on the artist, because it's like, the artist, why you ain't say nothing? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, why you ain't say nothing? Because sometimes there are like some real like pro songs out there, like, you know, people are major label, and sometimes those songs don't sound good. And it's like, how the hell did this make it through so many people? You know? And this shit doesn't sound great. Like, I know, you know, there are people who are unsigned, who indie artists who are making better sounding records than this. So, you know, you don't want to be that.
And how long you been engineering now for?
Oh man,
roughly.
You aging me. Shit, for over 10 years.
Oh, that ain't so bad. That's not so long.
Yeah, over 10 years. Yeah, compared to some people, it's a long time.
Well, you know, we're not all perfect.
Yeah,
you're getting there. You know, we can't all.
Not old, but better. You know.
Yeah.
Just matured, feeling good.
But also with that, since you, I guess in this case, trusted someone else to engineer or kind of fine tune the final process of the song, do you think you would have been able, looking back now, let's say from the time you produced it, put it together, and sent it off, do you think you would have maybe done something better, different, or you think you made the right decision trusting someone else to do it?
Nah, I made the right decision. Made the right decision in the moment. Yeah, everything, like, I love the record, and
Okay.
No regrets. No regrets on this.
But you think from now on, at this point forward, you might be able to do it yourself?
Like I said, it all depends. It's all about a feel. It's all about a feel. Sometimes you got to be in the studio for something. Sometimes, you know, for a song where you get a little bit more vulnerable, I might want to do that one at home. You know, I might want to record that at home. You know what I mean? But, you know, if it's like, you know, nice little feel-good something, you want to be around some people, you know, this is really all about moods and whatnot.
Nice. Well, I know that I got first introduced to you, I want to say definitely by Vita when I had her on.
All right.
I think we interacted like here and there, like comments, whatever, and such too. But my first real intro to you was when you did, remind me of the name if you could, the show you did virtually with Vita and everyone else on the line.
Oh, the
Smoke Box?
Smoke Show.
Smoke Show, okay. Not Smoke Box, right. No offense. But
Smoke Show.
but you did that, and you did, was it 2 or 3 covers, I think?
I did 2 covers in an original.
In an original, okay.
Yeah.
But the one, oh God, I'm so bad with names. I know I'm older than you, but I'm really bad with names. But
which song? Tenderoni?
Tenderoni, yeah.
Tenderoni.
That was the one you
that's owned, what started.
Dominated. Like I had to sing your praises, but it was legit because
Tenderoni.
Yeah, I never
Bobby
heard
Brown.
a version better than the ones you did now. I mean, even Bobby Brown, okay, we get it. Like, he was fun to listen to, but you really owned that version.
Thank you.
How do you even come up with the decision to pick like the covers you do or the ones you maybe feel more comfortable with?
So the funny thing, I'm actually going to see Bobby Brown tonight. I'm going to a New Edition concert tonight.
Oh, get out of here!
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
That's actually funny.
New Edition and Bobby Brown?
Yeah, because Bobby Brown,
wow.
You know, Bobby Brown's part of New Edition, so he's actually going to be with them on this.
Oh no, because I knew they were like doing the thing back when without him.
Yeah. But now it's all the members going to be on tonight.
Nice.
Yeah, so I'm going to that. So it's funny you bring that up. But no, I love that song. Like, I'm a lover of all music, but like 80s, 90s R&B is like 80s, 90s, 2000s, and on. It's just like that's my like that's what I grew up on.
That's your pocket, right?
Yeah, that's what I grew up on. So like it just makes you feel a certain way. You know, when you hear those songs on the radio, like you could just you could feel them. You know, because like it's not all about like being technical in music. Like, people gotta feel you. You gotta believe you when you say. Like, there's some singers who are some of the best singers in the world. You know, like they do some technical shit that no one could ever thought that can happen with a voice. But, you know, people can't feel you, then what you doing this shit for?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, people gotta feel your art. You know, you gotta have some aspect where people can relate to it. You know, so like you gotta like, especially with singing, like it's not just like when I'm in the studio singing, like we feeling like, like
you're getting into the song.
Yeah, because it's acting too. Like yeah, like sometimes in the moment, like if you singing a love song, you might not even really be in love. You know what I mean? Like, especially if you go to a concert, like they're singing their catalog and they're singing about a bunch of different things. They may not be going through that in the moment, but at that moment when they're singing, they gotta feel that shit. They gotta go back into the whatever made them feel that shit when they originally recorded that song and somehow feel it to emote that to the people. So,
because that reminds me so much of the first time I saw Chris Brown in concert. I think he was known already, but it was like one of those Hot 97 Presents upcoming artists.
Yeah, that's a long time ago.
I never been a fan of Chris Brown like that. I respected him, you know. Why not? He was like cool enough to listen to. But when I saw him perform, and I saw like from the first word he dropped, from whatever song he started with, to when he did Run It, to when he did Poppin', to when he did all the songs he did like back in 07, 08.
Yeah, we saw him do Poppin', that was a song.
When he was doing all that and he did not stop moving for 1 second, the footwork with the Tims and full flips and 360 spins and whatever, and still singing on beat and on cue, I was like, I'm a fan for life. That's amazing. Even if the songs aren't really up my alley, and they weren't that old for that time, I'm talking about like 15, 16 years ago, it was still like amazing to see that done live like that and without missing the beat.
Yeah. That's what I say. Yeah, the live experience is so important for artists. Like I said, that's when people really get to feel you, because like I said, you can sing you can sing however you want on the record, be technically sound, but like if people ain't really feeling it, they're not feeling it live, and they're not feeling it through the record, and you know what I mean? You got to go back to square one.
Yeah.
You got to go back to square one, especially with R&B music. Like R&B music is made to be emotional. You know what I mean? We singing love songs. We singing songs about heartbreak, happiness, joy, pain, and shit. So when you singing lust, you know what I mean? Like how you gonna sing a sex song without sounding like you really trying to have sex? You know what I mean? like you can't sound sad singing a sex song. Like, you know what I mean? You can't be indifferent. You can't be nonchalant singing a love song. Like, yeah, girl, I love you. Like, no, you gotta really emote that shit. Like, you really gotta feel that shit in order for people to really feel you if you want to connect with motherfuckers.
So do you think in that case maybe, call me crazy, but do you think that's why maybe like Boyz II Men, for example, like every one of them was like absurdly talented vocal wise?
Yeah.
But then you had the deep ass voice guy.
Yeah.
Who I think I respect him. I think he might have dealt with cancer at some point too, or something like that.
Yeah, I think it was like polio, some weird shit. Yeah, something crazy. Yeah.
But is that why maybe then, because his voice was so goddamn deep like that?
Yeah.
Maybe he wasn't so present on the tracks because like you can never tell what he's feeling.
Yeah.
With his like vibrato.
You know what I mean? But he come in, hey baby, look, listen. Please forgive me for all the wrong I've done. But yeah, like not even just talk about him, but like, but when he was present on the tracks, you felt it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He's like, girl, I'm sorry.
Yeah, because my speakers are going to fall apart with the bass. Hey, girl, I'm trying to talk to you.
Hey, girl, I'm sorry. I'm like, damn, he is sorry. He's sorry. He
means it.
He means that shit, Like, yeah, you just got to find your pocket and just, like, really emote that shit.
Shaq reminds me so much of him whenever he talks. Or whenever he does the videos now, like going all around, like paying for kids stuff and like donating to them. Hey, tell your mother I want to donate some money to her. Tell her to come out here now. Or did you see the one, I don't know, earlier today, like he was outside the lawn of like some like little white kid's house. And then the little white girl comes running and is like, are you Michael Jordan? But I liked it, instead of him getting mad, I was like, no, I'm better than Michael. My name's Shaq O'Neal.
There you go.
Respect it.
There you go. I would have said the same exact thing. Shit. Better than Michael Jordan. You worry about some Michael Jordan. I'm Shaq. You know what I mean? It ain't true, but shit.
No, far from it. I mean, better breaking the backboard? Yeah, absolutely.
But yeah.
And he did that like by accident, right? He was just like so into the moment.
Nah, man, he's mad strong, man.
Well, he's gigantic too.
Yeah,
so.
When you 7'1" and I mean, that was when he was bringing them back boys. That was early in his career, so that was before he was like three. What he got when he was on the Lakers, Shaq was huge. He was like 370 or some wild shit like that. And that man was running up and down the court like a gazelle. That's a scary human being, man.
Scary. Yeah.
That's a scary human being, man. I've never met anybody over 7 feet. But like I've seen, like I'm 6'1", but I've seen people who are like 6'8", 6'9". It's just like, you what? Who are you? Why are you like this?
What did I do?
Yeah, like you don't fit through doors, bro. Like, so imagine 7'1". That's some scary shit.
I met Kevin Nash, but he was sitting down, so I couldn't really appreciate the height difference.
The height difference.
Yeah, I would have loved to just to like be like, you know.
Yeah, that's insane.
Strain my neck a little bit.
I would never. That seems like a chore. And I mean, sometimes I feel like I'm too tall. Like sometimes I wish I was about like 5'8" or some shit. Like like I was going back to getting on the bus. Like I get on the bus sometimes, and I'm like, these seats are not made for me. Like my knees be touching the seat in front of me, and I'm like, this is bullshit.
And that's you being 6'1".
That's
giant.
Yeah, that's like I feel like I'm
height. But...
Yeah, it's a good height. You know, I could reach shelves and shit. You know.
We should have that thing hopefully soon enough, like technology-wise. I think like Ant-Man, like we can adjust our sizes depending on the scenario.
See, I would love that shit.
Like a little dial.
I would love that shit. You know what I mean? Just be like, all right, I'm gonna be 6'8" right now because I need to, clean the ceiling or some shit. You know what I mean? Then it's like, all right, I'm gonna be like 5'2" so I can get on the train and feel
I need
comfortable.
to reach the shot glasses.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
It's like, oh, my sweatpants so fit. I'm gonna just dial it down a little bit.
Yeah, there you go. Make yourself smaller. You know. Yeah, exactly. What, buying clothes? Yeah, hell yeah, I want to buy these nice ass clothes and make myself small.
You know what made a real big difference for me clothes wise is my friend. I forget which one, but he had taught me like the simplest little life hack about like pant sizes. At least is just like, at least for sweatpants, I think it works for jeans too. Like you hold it open and you stick like your forearm in there, and elbow to like finger is like your waist size roughly.
Okay, I know about the whole wrapping around your neck.
I never did that one.
At least some chick taught me that, and I felt it was kind of true.
Got a fat neck.
Yeah,
38.
Yeah. Like she had. That's how every time we went to we went to some clothing store, and she wrapped her clothes. She wrapped the pants around her neck. She was like, "Okay, I can wear these." And I was like, "What?" And she was like, "No, that's just how it works." And I was like, "Oh, okay." And then like I did it one time, and I was like. And I was like, oh, shit, work. I don't do it all the time. I just did it that one time, when I was alone and shit. And it's like, oh, that shit kind of worked. Yeah.
I might have tried one, but that's the one that worked for me at least. Like your whole forearm in there.
Forearm in there. All right. Yeah. That might be it too. That might be it. Listen, everybody got their own life hacks, man.
Hey, whatever works for you.
Yeah. For sure.
I don't know how you are with clothes shopping, but I guess maybe because I'm a Virgo, I kind of enjoy clothes shopping. I'm not like the male stereotype, like we go in, we know what we're getting, get it right out.
Oh, that aspect. I thought you meant like actually like, I hate, when I go into a store, I know what the fuck I'm getting, getting in, getting out of there.
I think it depends, because I know like if I need gloves, I'll just grab the first pair I need. If it's cold, I just leave. But if it's like just I got free time, it's a Saturday, whatever too, and I'm killing time, I just go in and get lost.
No, definitely not getting lost. I'm trying to be in the store for less than like 30 minutes, tops. Trying to be in there less than 30 minutes. I like if I'm going for sneakers or something like that. I know what sneakers. I don't want to look at no other sneakers. I'm not. I have no time for shopping. And then most of my shopping, like 90% of my shopping is done online anyway at this point in my life. But that's mainly because like due to my mother was like the shopping queen. So I grew up in Washington Heights, and we would come to Harlem on 125th Street, and we would just shop all fucking day. Like shopping was real. Like when I was a kid, like my mother could shop. Like I'm talking about like we're gonna shop like we start like early afternoon, let's say about noon. We start shopping or whatever. Then we go eat like at McDonald's or
with all the bags and everything.
Yeah. And then we would shop more after we eat. And then we go home, and then it's like that shit turned into like 6 hours. Like by the time we got home, it was like 6 p.m. And we started like at 11 or 12. So like, like that was like at least like once a month, I feel like. Like, yeah, and it was like, but my mother, it wasn't just shopping for her. It was like shopping for me, my brother. You know, no, it felt like she was shopping for other people at times too. Like, who the fuck are you buying this for? Yeah, it was so. That's why I have a lot of PTSD from shopping in stores.
Okay,
so I can't.
I get that.
So whenever I go into a store, I'm like, nah, I know what I want. Like, because she was going in there looking at everything. She was going to look in there, and like I said, also my mother, she's a haggler. Like, she gonna go in there. Like, this is the reason why I do go to stores sometimes, because I feel like I do have the gift of gab a little bit, but she talks way better than me. My mother is the queen of talk. She should have had a talk show. But she go into any store and talk them down. I'm talking about like big establishments.
Okay.
My mother walk in the supermarket, she gonna talk them down on some prices about some shit. Don't know how.
That's a talent.
Yeah, big talent. My mother go into I've never seen her go into the Apple store. She don't own the Apple products, but I know she could go into the Apple store and talk them down.
That would be a challenge for her, but it sounds like she can get it done.
I think she could get it done.
Because goddamn, even like the students barely get like $100 off like a new MacBook if they're lucky.
Nah, I think my mother could talk them down somehow, some way. Because I've seen her talk down some big establishments. Like, I've seen her go into Staples. Like, that's their motherfucking prices. Like, how you gonna talk Staples down on their prices on this computer? Nah, she's done that shit.
Wow.
You know, like, no, she's like, oh no, give me like $80 off because such and such and such. I'm like, what? You gave it to her? Like, man, that shit's crazy.
She's a talented mother.
Yeah, very talented mother. Yeah.
Did she or anyone else in the family besides yourself, like singer, artist at all?
My grandfather. My grandfather's he was an artist, and he he played instruments and everything.
Okay.
Yeah, and that's it though. Nobody else in my family.
All right, so you're the only one then.
Yeah.
For now, at least.
Yeah, for now.
How's your son doing? Is he showing any inklings towards doing anything of the sorts?
I mean, my son likes to bang on. Like I have a djembe drum. He likes to bang on that. He likes to play the keyboard, like touch the keyboard, not play. He likes to bang on the keyboard. He has this xylophone that he likes to mess around with. Yeah.
Which one's the xylophone?
You know, the ding 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 ding. You know.
Oh, okay.
With the little hammer and whatnot.
I always think xylophone. You said right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I always think that. I always mix it up with the kazoo. The zoop.
Oh, yeah. Nah. I'd be damned if I get him a kazoo.
or you get him one of those long thin horns that they use at the soccer games in Europe, like the.
Oh yeah. Nah. You know, so like, I mean, he shows interest in that way. I don't know if he'll actually ever get serious or anything. You know, he touches my guitars and stuff, so I don't let him play it because he had a little toy guitar that he broke. So it's like, yeah, you're not touching my shit. I paid way too much money for mine, so yeah, man.
But going back to R&B, you know, you enjoying the 80s, 90s, 2000s sounds of it, or the genre. Do you have any albums that stood out to you at all? Like you go back to often? Favorites?
Favorite albums.
Or maybe instead of just favorites, how about like either favorite albums or ones you go back to because they spoke to you, they inspired you?
Oh, no, I got favorite albums. Main album, the main number one album to me, R&B wise, and what changed the sound like stylistically is Bobby Brown. Going back to Bobby Brown, Bobby Brown's "Don't Be Cruel" album.
Oh yes,
it's
I love that.
It's
Don't Be Cruel.
Was it like fucking 8 or 9 songs, and it's shit hits. Like I feel like everybody always talks about like Thriller. You know, we talk about, not to take, you know, Michael Jackson's one of the greatest artists of all time. Of
course. Yeah.
You know, we always talk about like Michael Jackson's Off the Wall, Thriller, Bad albums, those three. That's like his trifecta. Even though Dangerous album is actually really great. I was listening to that again yesterday.
That was a really good one too.
Yeah, especially the half that Teddy Riley produced. Then I'm not really a big fan of the. I'm not a big fan of sappy Michael Jackson, all the big charity songs, the big choir songs.
Rest in peace, Michael, but it never sounded right coming out of him.
Yeah, the songs sound good. I just don't care for it. I don't care for the big choir songs, you know, to heal the world and all that stuff. Like, all right, that's cool.
Even though I love it, it's a hit. It's a classic. Remember the Times.
Oh,
even that kind of sounds like a little weird out of him.
Oh no. That's
vocally. I mean,
that's some
production wise,
right
the video with Eddie in it, and
that's the greatness.
What was her name?
Aman.
Right.
Aman.
Yeah.
Nah, that's the greatness right there. That's the good part of the album. Dangerous album. But nah, I feel like Bobby Brown doesn't get his just due like that. I guess because, you know, like his antics or whatever, being an R&B bad boy, the first R&B bad boy for real, like that.
Oh, bad.
Yeah. You know, but
Trouble.
like, Don't Be Cruel is a fucking album. That shit is a masterpiece.
It's beautiful.
That shit is a masterpiece. Mm-hmm. Started from the intro, the instrumental intro, then going into Don't Be Cruel, and then My Prerogative is. I think that My Prerogative, you know how artists have a signature song that defines them?
Yeah.
He has the greatest signature song of all time. No one else has, no other artist, I feel, has a song that defines them in their career like Bobby Brown does. My Prerogative is him.
Yeah.
It is him, and no one can take that from him. Other people, I think Britney Spears did a cover.
A terrible cover, I'm sorry.
You know, I think other people have done covers of it. My Prerogative is Bobby Brown. That is who it is, you know, and you know, you just can't take that away from him.
That should literally be his word in the dictionary.
Yeah.
And that should be credited to him for making it like pop culture.
Yeah.
Because any other case scenario, anybody else, you're right. No one else can make that pop like him.
Yeah.
Because it's such a weird title, too, for a song. My Prerogative. But he made it hit.
Yeah. It's a fucking hit.
And then you go look it up. It's like, oh, yeah, that is a good way to use that word or something.
Yeah. Yeah. When you like Teddy Riley did his thing on that shit. Like when you hear that beat drop,
when he's going crazy on the synth and everything. Yeah.
It's fucking insane. It's an insane song. It just makes you move. It makes you feel.
Yeah.
You know, it makes you feel. It's My Prerogative.
I love that album. I go back to it often.
Yeah, very often.
And
at least once a month for me.
Okay, that's often.
I have to at least once a month. I gotta go. I gotta run through that shit. Got to. I got some albums like that. Like I run through. That's one of them. Going to New Edition because I said I'm a big New Edition fan. New Edition's Heartbreak album, and that came out around the same time as Bobby Brown's My Prerogative. And that album, like, you know, it just speaks to me. It's the songs, the singles, everything on it is just like it hits. It hits. That's all like Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis. And like I said, those are some of my favorite producers. On the New Edition album is Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis producing like the bulk of it, and on the Bobby Brown album is Teddy Riley and also Babyface and L.A. Reid. So like those five men are like they fostered a sound in the late 80s, early 90s that just had everybody in fucking chokehold. So you know, kudos to them. A lot of those albums like that. Those two definitely. And also because I'm going to that concert tonight. You know, but no, I definitely revisit Don't Be Cruel album very, very, like I said, about once a month at least for like a very long time too.
Nice.
Like I know that album back and forth. What other albums I go back to? Like, and I'm an album person too. Like I really love listening to full length projects because, you know, like if the artist took the time, well, not everybody takes their time to actually like, try to make a story of the album, but like. And especially during that time, that's when they tried to do that. So like you gotta listen to the album in full.
Oh yeah, the album mattered because it would take time to put an album together. It wasn't like now EPs like 17 of them every Friday.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And then there's the demo, the extended cut that comes out the week after too.
Man, I love that shit. So I like vinyl, and I love buying like a single, and then you get the album version, you get the single, the radio version, you get the acapella, you get the random ass remix by the DJ down the block. You get. So the acapella, the instrumental, there's even like a percussapella, like where they just play the drums and the vocals. Like I love that shit.
Yeah,
I love that shit so much, and I feel like I definitely want to do that for one single. This wasn't the single. This is not the single to do it for.
Yeah,
but like for another single, I want to drop it. I want to drop the single like it's a fucking EP, and just like album version, radio version. Instagram, TikTok version. TikTok version gonna be 30 seconds of the goddamn song. You know what I mean? 30 seconds of the song, TikTok version. Yeah, I want to do that, man. Percussapella, acapella, instrument. Yeah, I want to drop all that shit. And everybody can be like, it's just one song. Yeah, this is how we doing it. I do. Yeah, that's one idea I have. I want to do. I just want.
That'd be awesome.
You know what I mean? Those who know. You know, the right people are gonna get it. They're gonna be like, right people will appreciate some shit like that.
You may get someone working on it once the single drops too, because they heard it. They heard you.
Hey,
put
listen,
that out there.
I don't even care if somebody beats me to it. If somebody beats if you take my idea, I am totally okay with it. But just make sure that the song is fucking fire.
Yeah, that's essential.
Yeah.
Don't disrespect like that.
Yeah. Just don't do it for a whack song. Do it for a song that fucking hits.
I would think Batman would at least eat a pussy for like, he's probably mathematically deduced it in his head. So he's like, if I do 7 to 10 minutes approximately of Cunnilingus on Selena, whatever the fucking name is, aka Catwoman, that might subdue her enough for the time being at 5-10 minutes of wet pussy juice dripping down the side of her thighs. I might be able to get away and, go back to the back cave, whatever the fuck too, and then she might just give up for that night at least, robbing the bank or robbing a jewelry store or something. And maybe she'll leave it for tomorrow. She'll be so worn out from fucking her thighs trembling as my tongue goes back and forth like a goddamn chameleon, iguana, lizard of choice, whatever name insert here, whatever too. I don't know. But, and also Batman doesn't have a beard. He's got like a very rugged, defined, chiseled jawline. So, does the chin help when eating pussy?
I'll Be Sure's In Effect album, also from that time period. Fucking dope. This was the producer's name is Kyle West. I don't really
familiar.
I don't really know too many records that he's done, but that album is fire as fuck.
I gotta listen to that one then.
Yeah, listen to In Effect. It's In Effect mode. Yeah, I'll Be Sure In Effect mode, and like it's just a really dope album, at least to me. Some people I might lose some people with that one. No, like I'm really like a fiend for that era. Who else? Offhand, I could go into Del Biv DeVoe's first album, the Poison album. That shit is, listen, my sister, we had the tape, and it was a white tape. That's like, I'll never forget it. It was a white tape, and we ran that shit to the ground. That's a dope ass album.
That's good.
Yeah, that's a dope ass album.
Production wise, that's a crazy album too.
Yeah. Production wise, what? Like, especially things they were doing in hip hop around that time, like it was unheard of. It was, it just wasn't happening at that time. And then like,
I think the Bomb Squad was on that, right?
Yeah, Bomb Squad.
Yeah.
I had a bunch of.
I love them. What they was doing with the first 3-4 Public Enemy albums.
Yeah. Those albums are kind of crazy.
Yeah,
those albums are crazy. Sample wise, I don't know if they would.
That's sampling, because they made a whole new thing out of samples, which no one else is gonna think of.
Yeah. Sampling that they were doing back then, like like I sample beats for like that I do for content, for beat flips and shit. But those samples I try to do is like, I don't get too intricate because I'm like, this is gonna be a 30-second video. This is gonna be a 30-second video. I just want some shit that's gonna get the people moving. But like what they were doing with samples, how they flip samples, and I love like looking at videos on YouTube on how like a lot of hip hop producers, like how they flip samples and stuff. Like that is my shit. Like bro, you reversed it? Like what? Like you chopped the most insignificant part of a song, found a loop in that insignificant part, and then you reversed it, or you did some other weird shit and then modulated the sound, and then now that's the sound that we hear on the track. Like I love shit like that.
Or like I'm sure you've seen it since you're a producer and everything too. That old clip on YouTube of Kanye doing that one thing for what was that group from Chicago? I forget their names, but he did a sample. I forget the name of the record, everything, but it's on YouTube, and I think it's on one of those QD3 hip hop DVDs.
Okay.
Where he chopped up a vinyl sample, sped it up to the chipmunk sound he used to have back when. Yeah. But he did it on this one specific keyboard. I used to give him like 64 bits.
Yeah, the Sonic.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah. I know about the Ensoniq keyboard. One of my friends has one.
Yeah.
But because it's I forget what's so special about it, but I think it's just like the way that you were able to chop with that keyboard.
I think it's like 64 samples or something like that. Or?
Yeah, something crazy. But it's I said, I don't really sample much for my own production. Right. I do it more so like, just for content.
Play around,
yeah. And then I might have it because, it's just that, you got to clear that sample.
Yeah.
Got to clear it, especially so as an indie artist, it doesn't really like, unless like if I do it, and I might do it for like 1 or 2 songs, I'm going to make sure that song is like a single. And that shit's got to hit. Mm-hmm. And no one's ever really going to sue you unless the song is making money.
Yeah.
So like, if you're not, if you put the song out and it didn't hit like that, you ain't got to worry about random old artists suing you because they ain't going to get no money out of this shit. Yeah. Now if they see you out here making waves and this motherfucker made $1 million, I want some of that too. But I think I would do it if I knew I could have a bona fide hit with a song that has a sample and that's based off a sample. Like if I knew I could probably get like $1 million off this shit, I'm not gonna spend any money because I know I'm gonna get sued eventually. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? They're gonna come for like 90% of that shit.
Yeah.
But I already made myself known off of it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Yeah. So, I mean, it's all about risk.
My ass cheeks pale, ghostly, like I co-starred in like a Hotel Transylvania or something like that too. But then all hair. So I'm like vampire and werewolf, like left cheek vampire, right cheek werewolf. We're both looking off into the moon. We look like we belong in cages. My ass cheeks at least. So I'm sorry about that. Shout out to all those with hairy, pale, gothic looking ass cheeks. Just take a look at me. I'm lacking melanin. I'm lacking color. The sun has not hit me with its D, vitamin D, that is. So, because it's all about you, this episode, the song coming up soon enough, and the March, like you said, or whenever you're comfortable putting it out. Mm-hmm. I trust you now, getting to know you better now in person, everything you talked about with us too at this point. Yeah. I'm sure it'll hit. I'm sure you haven't heard it yet, obviously, out there watching, listening right now.
Not yet. Soon
enough. But then come back to this once you do, so you know that he deserves to have this all about him, all about you, this episode, everything, because, we need to sing his praises, the single soon too. I'm sure... Even if your son doesn't appreciate the sounds now because he's young, forgive him. You might at least tap his toe or bang the pans at least in rhythm to the song. Hopefully,
right? For sure. Nah, he's heard the song. Like he's been in the room hanging out with me when I was producing it. So like, how I gauge off what he likes. If he doesn't leave the room, then I got something good going on. Because sometimes I've played some songs and he's left the room. And he's like, I got something else better to do. I don't want to be around this type of sound, So,
but he hasn't left the room for all about you. He hasn't left the room,
even while I was producing it. Like, you know what I mean? I'm going through like different sound selections, and no, he stayed in the room. He stuck around. So,
okay,
you know what I mean? So, I'm successful in his eyes.
So then, I wanted to bring this up with you. I thought it was a funny story, because it's not all about this animal, at least in this case. Mm-hmm. I don't know if you read the story about Frank the Tank, the bear out in California.
No.
He was this is silly, but thank God it's not all about him, or it wasn't him. It was cleared of it.
All right.
Now listen to this shit. Frank the Tank is a bear, a big brown bear, but big as in fat.
Okay.
Because on Instagram you can't call no one fat anymore without getting marked as spam.
For sure.
But he's so fat. He's like 500 something pounds. Like he's like a round circle. He's so big. He's dubbed Frank the Tank because he's been known to interact too often with humans, right? Like go to the backyard.
Oh wait, is this the pitch? Is this the video of the bear like he's walking by or something like that?
Yeah,
I seen like he's walking on his 2 feet, right?
No. This is the big fat one.
All right, because I seen a reel with a bear walking around. I was like, yeah, fuck that shit.
No, not that one. All right, no, that's another one. This one is good old fashioned Frank the Tank, just a really big fat bear, making the rounds in this town. But they were gonna put him down because supposedly he's been like breaking into like 20 something homes with people inside because he got too comfortable.
Yeah,
until someone was smart enough or had that much free time to do DNA testing on the bear to be like, is it really Frank the Tank, or does he have a doppelganger, someone else trying to pin him for the crime? And guess what? It wasn't him.
That's insane.
It's a female bear who was almost just as fat as he was, but just because she was brown too, they stereotyped him. Made it seem like it's Frank he's dealing with. No, he proved DNA this person. It's not Frank. It's his other fat bitch breaking into homes like that.
And it was damn.
And now he's free. So shout out to Frank.
That's crazy.
Thank God.
That's crazy.
We made it to the time
where
we exist, where even bears need to be freed up via DNA evidence.
Yeah, we living in the worst of times, man. Definitely living in the worst of times. That's hilarious.
But imagine he was doing that when he was just not as crazy as she was, but just to feed her. So all about you, like, in bear language.
It's all about her. He's just trying to feed her, trying to feed his woman.
His lady bear, yeah.
His lady bear.
But I did want to touch on one last thing before we let you go today. You know, thanks again for spending time out here, man. Coming through, and you know, definitely keep me posted as soon as a single drops. I'll promote proudly. You know, make the rounds and all that too.
Thank you.
But I did want to go back to your IG bio, which, by the way, on Instagram you can follow him / Cyntje.
Yeah.
But it's spelled JUSTCYNTJE.
Yes, sir.
So we're clear on that.
Yeah.
You know, I'm getting dyslexic looking at it, no offense, but it's okay.
Yeah, a lot of, you know.
That's the government name.
Listen, that's what sometimes why, man. Sometimes why is a vow, you know? Sometimes why.
But it does say in your bio, quote, excellence is not a skill, it's an attitude.
Yeah.
Do you live by that?
Hell yeah. Hell yeah, you gotta live it, man. You know, it's, you know, you worried about, like, let me see. The smartest kid in the class isn't always the most successful one.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
You know? And there's a reason for that. You know, it's because you don't, you know, you could be the valedictorian all you want, like, but you ever go back in life and you see later on in life, sometimes those people don't always become the most successful person.
No.
You know? Sometimes it's the kid who probably wasn't the smartest person in the class. You know, like, so just excellence is an attitude, man.
Yeah.
Like if you're gonna be excellent, you gotta act like you're excellent. Yeah.
Yeah, I just wish in school they'd start teaching. I mean, nowadays it's been long enough proven where like there's the memes now, like, oh, how am I gonna learn once I'm done with school how to get a job? But then they want you to memorize this whole formula with A = X minus the 2 and all that. But it makes sense, you know. Why not? Like they've been trying to do for the longest time, but there's never a budget per se. You know, put more into the arts program, put more into like the computer programs now because we need more of those. You know?
Yeah. Take some out of the math.
You know, we need the hackers to hack the hackers that break into our systems too.
Exactly.
Yeah, you hack me, I'll hack you back. Whatever, something like
there
that.
You go. Yeah, nah, man. You know, I'm not saying fully take money out of math, but at some point, math to the average person is really obsolete.
What do you need math for? Taxes.
I mean, unless you become a math teacher.
Even that.
You know what I mean? Unless you're becoming a math teacher, a lot of math that you learn in school is really. I've never used most of the math and I was really good at math. I don't remember any of that shit anymore because it's fucking useless. It's useless. So like, I really deem a lot of what I learned in school mad useless. I've wasted years. Yeah. You know, you got to learn the basics. You know, but after that, like,
listen, take it from me. I did the fucking math A regions, not even the B, the math A regions 7 times before I passed it.
Yeah, I took the B. I passed the B, so I got an advanced regions diploma. That shit. No job has ever asked me.
Where's that special stamp of your diploma that says region boy?
Yeah, that's the funny thing about it. It's just it's the tiniest thing on your diploma.
Oh, that's it? It's not even like a big thing?
It's like, all right, so you get a Regents diploma, which is a different diploma, and then they put like a sticker on it that said Advanced Regents, and that's it.
Oh.
That's what I was going to school going so hard for.
Bro, that's the one I missed. I had every other one like 80, 90 something. That's the one I kept getting 32, 17, 15.
Yeah, no, I took that math B regions twice. First time I think I got like because what was the passing on that shit? Was it
55 back then?
Yeah, so I probably got like a little bit underneath it.
And they would curve you, if you remember. And they would curve you.
They did? I don't even remember
like
that.
If you were like 3-4 points from the passing, they would just curve you up.
Oh nah, I didn't, because I missed it by a couple points. I guess maybe I missed it by more, and they still couldn't pass it the first time. I studied mad hard for that shit, and I remember like only thing I remember at my high school graduation was I got to wear like this sash. Because it was only the reason why, because so my high school was originally it was one of those special schools where they sent people who those, like the students that weren't passing to other schools or just didn't go to school often. I forget what type of school they used to call that, but they were transitioning out of being that type of school when I was a freshman. So like my class was like one of the first classes of like real actual students. Okay. So like when I started high school, there was like 20-year-olds in my fucking science class. Like they were 20. Like I remember some big motherfuckers in there, and like this is before my growth spurt. Like I was really short. Like I was like 5'5", and then I was seeing this big motherfucker like 6'8" and with a beard in the classroom, and I'm just like, oh, I'm gonna get fucking robbed.
Teacher, hurry up, I gotta fill the meter.
Yeah, you know what I mean? I'm gonna get fucking robbed after school today. So yeah. So like for us, so like they made in my high school, they made it a big deal for us to try to get this advanced Regents diploma because nobody had ever done it. And so it wasn't even that many of us who even got it. It was me and like 2 other guys. And wait, let me go back to that. It neither was in the valedictorian nor the salutatorian got it. So,
you see,
excellence, excellence. There's an attitude.
Goddamn.
You know what I mean?
See, you can't be perfect. Even valedictorians fuck up.
Yeah, exactly.
And what do they end up? Fucking picking their noses at like a desk job no one wants anyway.
I have no idea.
Awesome. But just Cyntje.
Yeah.
Cyntje, sorry.
Cyntje.
Cyntje, got it.
I take Cyntje too. It just sounds kind of cool. Might change that. Might have to do this whole thing over.
No, but really, thank you again for coming through. I really appreciate the time spent.
No problem.
Feel free to come back whenever you want to.
Oh, for sure. I'm going to come back tomorrow.
Definitely open door policy for you. But
right.
Definitely when you got the single out, let me know. I'll be more than proud to promote.
Oh,
do what I can. And,
thank you kindly.
Be in touch. Check out the single All About You when it comes out.
Yes,
when he says so.
Yeah, when I say so. When I say so.
You come in, you take your shoes off. He'll tell you when dinner's ready.
Yeah.
Not till then. Till then, you watch TV and shut the fuck up.
Yeah, but it's still all about you, though.
All about you.
Still all about you.
Just for you. Thank you, brother. Appreciate it.
All right, man. Thanks, man. Thanks for having me.
Yo, it's over. All right, it's over. Move the mic. Thank you. All right.